Welcome back. Law enforcement wants your help identifying protesters who vandalized statues and monuments in the nation's capital during last week's visit of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Police are also looking for one person accused of assaulting a police officer. A large group of demonstrators spray-painted anti-Israel slogans on statues like "Hamas is coming" and took an American flag down, replacing it with a Palestinian flag. They also burned another U.S. flag. Well, with us now is New York Congressman Brandon Williams, who helped to replace the flag after last week's protest at Union Station right here in Washington, D.C. Congressman, thank you for making time to be with us today. So by now, we've all seen that video of the American flag being burned and then later replaced by a Palestinian flag. Congressman Williams, can you tell us what were your thoughts when you first saw the scene?
Well, John, I'm a Navy veteran, and the flag means a lot to me and to my family. The fact that that was happening right at the heart of our democracy, just a few blocks away from the Capitol building, it really got to me, and I knew that we had to do something. And it wasn't until later that evening till the opportunity arose for us to make it right.
So I understand you actually led the recruitment campaign to replace the flag. Can you share how that all started? And then also, once you replaced the flag and Old Glory was restored, what was that like?
Well, it was a very moving night. We had a late night series of votes, I think around 8:30. And as I drove back to the Capitol, I went by Union Station and saw that the three American flags that are normally there had not been replaced because earlier, of course, they'd been burned. I had about 45 minutes on the House floor to recruit other members. And of course, I was drawn to other Navy veterans that came and joined me. And then I just happened to grab Speaker Mike Johnson, and I said, Speaker, this is what we're going to do. Are you with us? He said, absolutely, I'll be there. And we literally walked down the steps of the Capitol after votes, just like you see on TV. Some walked over to Union Station. It's that close. And some drove. And we just took turns getting the three flags rigged. The Metropolitan Police of Washington, D.C. were actually there and welcomed us and helped us. We raised those flags as a very proud moment. And then Congressman Derek Van Orden says, hey, Brandon, why don't you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? And we lined up, said the Pledge of Allegiance, and frankly, it's a moment I'll never forget.
What's been the response from your constituents and fellow lawmakers after seeing the video and seeing what you all did?
Well, you know, honestly, I've told the story and retold the story a few times here in Central New York, and people are on the verge of tears. They really connect with this moment in American history. They like that we fought back, that we made it right, and that it was actually the leadership of the country that actually did something tangible and meaningful. And so these kinds of actions are symbolically important. I think they inspire other people to stand up in their communities, stand up and do what's right. It's okay to stand for the flag.
Congressman, we only have a few seconds left, but I do want to ask you, police are not just looking for those who vandalized and destroyed property. We have video shot by one of our videographers. In it, it appears to show one of the leaders of the protests chanting and getting others to speak in Arabic, saying, "We are the people of Mohammed Def." He, of course, is the Hamas military commander who was recently killed in an airstrike. That video is currently being examined by translation experts. If true, how concerning is that?
Well, these are pro-terrorist protesters. When they say death to America, we should take them at their word, particularly when it's in the shadow of our Capitol building and is on our own soil. And so the police have to investigate this and prosecute it to the fullest extent of the law. At a minimum, it's assault on police officers and destruction of government property. Remember, you can burn your own flags. You can't burn government property. That's vandalism and destruction. And we need to find these people. And if they're here, on student visas, I think we should deport them.
Congressman Brandon Williams from New York, thank you so much for making time to join us tonight.
You bet.